great day two here at the Kia World Extreme Games in Shanghai, China. Hi everybody and welcome back. We're getting ready for our aggressive inline final, which always brings out a great and enthusiastic crowd here to Shanghai, China. This is the Kia World Extreme Games, aggressive inline vert final, and it will be spectacular. 10 skaters in all have made it into the final. What are they judged on? How did they get here? And what are the rules? Well, that's pretty simple. Here we go. 10 athletes compete. They get 4 30-second runs, and it's the highest score that wins. Once again, everybody, I am Paul Higgins along with Arlo Eisenberg. And Arlo, I welcome you back to the vert ramp, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, next skater that we have slated to go in is Leo Riot. And again, they get 4 shots of the pipe at 30 seconds a rip.
Flat spin, 540 from Leo. Leo's an interesting skater. He was raised in Colombia, but now he lives in North Carolina. And he built his own half pipe in his backyard. Wow. A giant half pipe. I think even bigger than this one, he tells me. 15 feet tall. This one is only 14 to give you some perspective. And I think it's 40 feet wide. And the most incredible part, as he goes another flat spin 540, he says he built it all by himself.
Really?
9.5 months. I mean, that is dedication.
That is amazing. So Leo Riot gets his run in the books. And as you continue in this, watching this, you will notice that sometimes you see the skaters drop in between runs just to take a turn. It's not their run. They're just taking a crack at it. The Yasutoko brothers will constantly do that.
Well, it's a long time to wait. You've got 9 other riders in between your next run, so you want to keep your legs fresh. When you have to, wait 7 minutes, 6 minutes, the first time you drop in, you want your legs to be fresh.
And here is Leo Riot from USA. He will drop in on his second run.
Yeah, we talked about the ramp that he built for himself. There's a flat spin 540. He says on his ramp he can do double backflips about 50% of the time. He wasn't too sure if he was going to go for it on this ramp because the transitions are different than what he's used to. They are tighter, as I mentioned.
And they get a good amount of time on the ramp to practice. They don't get an extraordinary amount of time.
Well, most of these guys have been here for at least a few days, and they've had pretty good access to the ramp, so credit to the organizers for giving them plenty of time to get used to this ramp.
That's right. It's a very busy ramp because you got so many disciplines, bikes and skateboards, inline skates, all on it. So they share practice time, they share competition time, and it's a great format. So that's just deadly right there.
And there actually is coping on the bottom of that channel for some strange reason. CJ almost ran into it. Might have accidentally done a trick there.
Maybe it's for the skateboarders to do a 50-50 up and around it.
That's what you would think. Yeah, that's all I could think of.
Wellsmore with a 52.67 leads us to Leo Riot. Again, now we are in run number 3.
Yeah, kicked out the Liu Kang 540 flat spin. Now, you watch these guys earlier in the round, and the difference between them and the top guys. I mean, you can see lower amplitude. Some of the tricks are the same, but they're 6, 7 feet lower. There's a fakie 720.
And that's hours and hours on the ramp. I mean, the more they spend on the ramp and in the pipe, the more honed their tricks will get and the higher they'll get. Brings us to Leo Riot out of the USA. And Leo with a 50.33. Got a smile on his face. CJ's last score was 49.67, so he'll wind down the day with a 52.67.
There's a nice air. Leo's got some nice tricks. He's got the flat spins, and he's, I know he's been working on the doubles. He's just got to work on the height, the amplitude, get those airs up. See, there's a flat spin 360 right at coping.
And did you say that he pulled a double back on his own ramp? Is that him?
He does. He says he got it at about 50% on his own ramp.
Do you do something like that when no one's around? Or, I mean, that's a pretty risky trick.
Right, you would think you want someone out there. He says he skates alone.
Yeah.
It's at his home. I'm hoping he's got people nearby. But, yeah, that's not the kind of thing really you want to be training by yourself.
And Mr. Riot ends up, and again, give us an idea of Otto, the stickers for the people that just joined us, that he pointed to his helmet just there.